Yo, peace and love, peace and love, chosen ones. I am back with another banger. First and foremost, if you've been enjoying the content down below, subscribe to the channel. Also, give this video a thumbs up and turn on the post notifications. But as always, I'm gonna go to dive right into this message. So, family, around this time, there's a lot of things that's actually just occurring all around us. Things is just happening more at a rapid speed, and the types of tests that you get tested with, they're gonna really make you rethink a lot of things. Like, you got to really look at all of these lessons as like a redirection upon your journey. You can't look at none of these things that's going to occur in any type of negative way or form. You have to always remember that things happen for you and not against you. And like, I'm speaking amongst like my own journey, because lately I've really been tapping more in within like my own intuition and just listening to the divine, right? And I've been having these crazy downloads come in, and it's just like, I feel like I progressed a lot on my spiritual journey from how I was just a few weeks ago. And it's just by doing these simple things like meditation, daily grounding, really getting out in nature, and all together just doing whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Not like dialing down to no job. Like, something I've started to notice is just like a lot of these things, bro, it doesn't matter in this realm. Like, they'll try to push it upon like the stress about bills and stress about all this materialistic shit, but like, truth be told, none of it matters. Like, none of that is compared to your happiness. Like, once you find your happiness, like your passion, your goal, your why, it's raps. Like, you don't look at anything the same no more. Like, and that's what happened upon my own journey. And I'm really, really, really grateful to be like in the position that I'm in now, to like give back and help others ascend and progress upon their journeys. I love being a messenger. So the message I could say is keep going no matter what gets thrown your way. Know that you can transmute everything. Any difficulties that you're experiencing in your life, they're only temporary. Like, nothing is permanent unless that's what you're telling your subconscious. Like, you could really be telling your subconscious mind all the time that these are just little obstacles like you need in order to upgrade. Like, I'm telling you, like, we're physically upgrading and mentally every single day. And like, the more you work on yourself, and the more you want change for the better, like, the more you start to change a lot about yourself. Like, you'll start to change your features, like on your body, like your facial features, body features, like everything like that. Things will start to occur once you start to flow with the divine, because you're not working opposite. We tend to work opposite a lot of the times when we settle down for less. And a lot of the times, like, we settle down for less through a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like getting a crib, right? Or getting a house, I should say. When you get a house, normally, like, a person's first home is like an apartment. That's already kind of like settling for less. Like, yeah, of course you can go and get an apartment, but think about it. Like, nobody pushes it that, like, if you set your mind to it, you can really get a house for your first living. You know what I'm saying? You can go and buy a whole house. People always try to settle for the easier route, and that's what really like creates a lot of clutter within your mind of just staying in the same place. And it will feel like all the time that you may be working towards something and grinding, but you aren't making no progression, or you feel like you're not making no progression. You have this certain, it's like self-limited beliefs, right? You have to just have an open mind at all times that, like, anything is possible. Like, whenever you start to operate in the mindset of like expect the unexpected, that's when, like, you know what I'm saying, the unexpected happens. You're living in the field of possibilities. Like, in this realm, they try to limit us to just like one way of thinking, right? One way of perceiving things, one way of living. But it's like, when you step outside of that box, that's when you really realize like who you truly are within this realm, like how powerful you actually are, like the God and Goddess that's in you. Not something external. Like, it's in you. You are the creator of your life. When you get yourself in a hole, like, you are you're the warrior that pulls yourself out of that. Like, you have to just think about it sometimes and think about the real, of how they just made everything seem. Like, you have to get on your knees and pray to an external God. Like, you need to be in those types of situations when you hit rock bottom and you need yourself. Who do you call? You know what I'm saying? You're talking to the God within. You're lighting a fire to pull yourself out of a hole. Literally, like, they just define it and put it into a whole completely other term just to, like, really, you know what I'm saying? The more you, the more you just observe and admire the God that's within, the God and goddess that's within, that's when you build up more confidence within your life, and you're going to smash through a lot of your goals. Like, these manifestations, what I've noticed is, like, everything is already done. Like, the more you can see it up here, that's the more, like, that's real. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's real when you can see it in your mind, like, and visualize it. It's just like putting yourself in that moment and actually living it. So, you know what I'm saying? The more you start to just take use of your mind and see it, like, it's going to have no other choice but to transmute into your life. But the key is, like, really believing. Like, don't have a plan B. Really go after your dreams. I'm the messenger. Like, why waste life? You know what I'm saying? Why waste time? Like, why end up on a deathbed at the end of life and be like, man, I should have did this. I should have did that. Like, you got to do these things now. Like, forget what everyone has to say around you. Like, if you have to go into that hermit mode, like, where you're just ducked off the grid for a while, like, do you go into that hermit mode, like, really duck off the grid and find yourself, because that's truly, like, when you really find your head, when you cut out all the distractions. Like, I'm gonna lace y'all up on some stuff. Like, these are all, like, experiences amongst my own journey. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people may be rocking with you, say they rocking with you and whatnot, but some people may not be leveling up as fast as you. And you got to keep this and take this into consideration. Like, at the end of the day, you want to always be stingy with your energy. You want to always be observant the ones that you observe, like, that you allow around in your circle, because you want to accumulate, the good energy, like, all the time. Like, everyone you run into, you want better energy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you hold yourself back and settle yourself for, like, less, that's still settling for less, then you attract less into your life instead of attracting the better. So sometimes you got to let out the weight, and when you let off the weight, that's when you're, like, asking for more blessings to finally come into your life that was really being held off because of that extra weight that you had still from the past that you may have just ignored or kicked to the side or thought wasn't important. Like, these types of things are really important to do in this time now, because, you know what I'm saying, that's what's going to allow your blessings to come in, because all your blessings are already done. They're waiting on you. The key is believing. Believe and back it by that desire, that burning desire, and put the intention, like, put everything into it, put your all into it, and really feel as if something is done, and watch it start to come into your life at a rapid speed. You know what I'm saying? You're going to attract everything, all abundance and prosperity your way. If you see in this video, it's a major confirmation. So leave down in the comments, you know what I'm saying, if you receive this message. Man, these bugs be trying to attack me, but you know what I'm saying, subscribe down below, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on the post notifications. But as always, family, y'all take care. Peace and love.